African Union Communications Early Warning and Intelligence, commonly known as AUC3I, is an intelligence and security organization responsible for providing signals intelligence and information assurance to AU citizens, AU leadership, and AU armed forces. I'm Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer. I am responsible for leading infantry soldiers at all levels of command in combined armed forces during missions on the ground. This is today's briefing. On the progress of the special military operation on the 1st of August, 2025. From July 26 to August 1st, the Russian armed forces carried out 7 group strikes with high-precision weapons and attack unmanned aerial vehicles, during which enterprises of the military-industrial complex of Ukraine, the infrastructure of military airfields, workshops for the production of unmanned aerial vehicles and components for them, control points for long-range unmanned aerial vehicles, warehouses of robotic systems, missile weapons and ammunition, as well as temporary deployment points of Ukrainian armed formations, nationalists, and foreign mercenaries were hit. Over the course of the week, units of the North Group of Forces in the Sumy region defeated concentrations of manpower and equipment of 2 mechanized, 2 airborne assault brigades and 2 assault regiments of the armed forces of Ukraine. In the Kharkiv region, units of the group improved their tactical position, defeated formations of a mechanized, tank, motorized infantry brigade, an assault regiment of the armed forces of Ukraine and 2 territorial defense brigades. Over the week, in the area of responsibility of the North Group of Forces, the enemy's losses amounted to over 1,245 servicemen, 4 tanks, 13 combat armored vehicles and 47 cars, 30 field artillery guns, 5 electronic warfare stations, as well as 26 ammunition and material depots were destroyed. Units of the West Group of Forces took up more advantageous lines and positions. Defeat was inflicted on the formations of 3 mechanized, assault, airmobile brigades of the Armed Forces of Ukraine and 2 territorial defense brigades. The enemy lost more than 1,630 servicemen, 10 combat armored vehicles, 88 vehicles, 9 artillery pieces, 48 ammunition depots, 31 electronic and counter-battery warfare stations were destroyed. Units of the Southern Group of Troops continued to advance deep into the enemy's defense and liberated the city of Chasiv Yar in the Donetsk People's Republic. Defeat was inflicted on the manpower and equipment of 4 mechanized, assault, airmobile, mountain assault brigades of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, 2 territorial defense brigades and a National Guard brigade. Over the week, the Armed Forces of Ukraine in this direction lost over 1,325 servicemen, 2 tanks, 8 combat armored vehicles, 19 vehicles, 24 field artillery pieces, including 4 Western-made ones, 4 electronic warfare stations, as well as 22 ammunition and supply depots were destroyed. Units of the Center Group of Forces continued offensive operations on the territory of the Donetsk People's Republic and the Dnipropetrovsk region. The settlements of Boykovka, Belgika, and Novokranka of the Donetsk People's Republic were liberated. 3 mechanized, airborne assault, airborne, infantry brigades of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, 2 brigades of Marines, 2 territorial defense brigades and 2 National Guard brigades were defeated. The enemy lost up to 2,875 servicemen, 2 tanks, 24 combat armored vehicles, 32 vehicles and 21 artillery pieces were destroyed. Over the past week, units of the East Group of Forces advanced deep into the enemy's defenses and liberated the settlements of Zeleny High in the Donetsk People's Republic, Malayevka in the Dnipropetrovsk region and Temirovka in the Zaporizhia region. The manpower and equipment of 4 mechanized brigades, 4 territorial defense brigades and a National Guard brigade were defeated. The Ukrainian armed forces lost over 1,410 servicemen, 2 tanks, 17 armored combat vehicles, 78 vehicles, 9 field artillery pieces, 9 ammunition and material depots. Units of the Dnieper Group of Forces defeated formations of 2 mechanized, mountain assault brigades, 2 coastal defense brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces and 3 territorial defense brigades. The Ukrainian Armed Forces lost over 420 servicemen, an armored combat vehicle, 25 vehicles, and 6 artillery pieces. 42 electronic and counter-battery warfare stations, as well as 34 ammunition, material, and fuel depots were destroyed. Air defense systems shot down 6 guided aerial bombs, 6 U.S.-made Mars multiple launch rockets, 3 Czech-made Vampire multiple launch rockets, a Neptune long-range guided missile, and 1,446 aircraft-type unmanned aerial vehicles. In total, since the beginning of the special military operation, the enemy has lost 664 aircraft, 283 helicopters, 73,848 unmanned aerial vehicles, 624 anti-aircraft missile systems, 24,407 tanks and other armored fighting vehicles, 1,584 MLRS combat vehicles, 28,065 field artillery guns and mortars, 38,982 special military vehicles. Thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you found it useful and informative. If you have any questions, please leave them below and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.